They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said so.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. Devil's design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of bills.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog.
Can't tell me that track don't blow up, man.
Yeah,
That shit fire.
they'll be in rotation. All right, all right, all right. Shalom, Israel. We are the Isupk, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we have been telling Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that they are the children of Israel from the 12 lost tribes. You know what I'm saying? This is the Orlando Tuesday night Brotherhood class. Let's clap it up for that. You know what I'm saying? And your hosts are Officer 5K, Officer 5000, Officer Thawashad, and I am Officer 500 CHAANAK here in Orlando. And let's get it in. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody's to wild. How you, sir?
I'm good. How you feeling, man?
Hey, man, I'm just another Israelite in slavery, man, but I'm holding it down for the Lord.
Damn right, man. if I could, I do want to shout out everybody in the chat as well. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Big up to everybody that's tuning in. Let us know how y'all feeling. You know what I mean? If y'all want to post how your day was going, how you feeling, how you is. And we also have the sign-in sheet for new brothers and sisters in the class. Just want to throw that in there real quick. Click on that link to fill out the information to get your Hebrew name. And anybody that want to join it live, the link is posted in the chat as well. So that's about it.
Okay.
Most High in Christ, Tawab, glad to be here. I'm Tawab, Most High in Christ. I'm glad that everybody's Tawab. That's good. Shout out to Drew Boy, to Priest and Officer of War, Bayana. You know what I mean? Most High in Christ.
Okay. So today's class, first half of the class is don't be a hypocrite. Mm. People throw that word around all the time. But does it stick to anybody? I mean, do you know the characteristic of a hypocrite? Their traits? You know, can you identify them by their actions? I can identify a whole bunch of people that are hypocrites. They call themselves followers of Christ, aka Christians. And not only Christians, but it's amongst other people, but Christians are the most hypocritical people that you can ever run into when it comes to the Lord. And the reason why I say that is because they say a lot, but do nothing. You know what I mean? They act a certain way, but really they're another way. The definition of a hypocrite is a person who puts on a false appearance of virtue or religion. And it also says a hypocrite is a person who acts in a condition, in a contradiction of his or her beliefs or feelings. Now, with that definition, that describes a Christian pastor, a churchgoer who claims that they got saved and sanctified by the Holy Spirit. They act virtuous in appearance. They act like they are, what it say, holier than thou. Like, you know what I'm saying? But in reality, they a whole different person. When the music stops and the shucking and jiving ends and they home, some of them over there smoking a cigarette, talking noise about somebody else, cussing everybody else out. They the meanest person on the damn block. But come Sunday, oh, Sister Betty, Deacon Johnson, you can't tell them that they ain't got no seat with Christ in the kingdom of heaven. They the most righteous person you could ever run into. And that's the thing. Us in this truth, we cannot be hypocrites. That ain't our MO. We cannot go on Saturday and do the work of the Lord, call the white man the devil, tell people not to do this and that, and we turn around and we do it behind closed doors. Christ didn't rock with no hypocrites. Neither does Commander Journey Hunter or anybody in the ISUPK. That ain't us. So we're going to get a couple of scriptures on being hypocrites. What did the prophets say about hypocrites? What did the Most High say about hypocrites? What did Christ himself say about hypocrites? Because you have a lot of hypocrites running around on this earth running around here and condemning people for the same thing that they do behind closed doors, or telling people what not to do, and they do it. This ain't new. Christ ran into these people too. Hypocrites didn't start coming around in 2000. They've been around thousands of years. That spirit of a hypocrite has been around for thousands of years. So we're going to get into it today. And hopefully, you know, you will learn something from, you know, what the word of the Lord say about being a hypocrite. Because he don't like it. Nobody likes to be around a hypocrite. And that's just point blank, period. People call you out. And brothers and sisters in the truth, damn sure gonna call you out if you being a hypocrite. Because that's a stain on your shirt that you don't want to have. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna do. What you say, sir? Any points on that?
Nah, you right on. I agree with everything you said. Right on, man.
So first scripture we're gonna grab is Ecclesiasticus 1:29. So much so that they wrote scriptures about being a hypocrite.
I ain't got my apocrypha on me. My bad.
Oh Lord. Oh no. No, I got it, sir. It's the word. I can read it.
My bad. I think to be honest, I would keep it to myself. I think one of y'all brothers got it.
Ah shit.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Done. All right, we're gonna get into it. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1, verse 29. Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men. Why is it telling you to be not a hypocrite in the sight of men? Does anybody know? It says, be not a hypocrite in the sight of men. Does that mean that you can be a hypocrite behind closed doors? As long as you ain't in front of nobody? It's telling you to be not a hypocrite at all. Like, we read the definition of a hypocrite, a person who puts on a false appearance of virtue. Don't act like you one way, you know you a disgusting animal in another sense. Don't act one way or say something and then you do something else. Like contradicting yourself in your belief. Christians believe that they can eat whatever they want. Christians believe and act like that they follow Christ. But yet they eat pork. They celebrate holidays. They have abortions. They commit adultery. They do all these things that are against the Most High, but they say that when you see them, they're righteous. They're filled with the Holy Spirit. God come and he talked to them. The favorite one they like to use is they have a personal relationship with the Lord. Nobody else has this relationship on earth but this person. It's personal. Meaning you can't have this, Officer Tawashad, neither me. Only them. Scripture says, be not a hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. You better take heed of what you're saying. Christians don't take heed of what they're saying. They're saying whatever come out of their mouth, but their actions show different. Oh, I'm feeling sanctified with the Holy Spirit. Christ died on the cross for my sins. Woo! Shut up, like General Muhammad be saying. And you will see this person, and you will think that they are truly righteous and truly a God-fearing person. Deacon Johnson always handing out peppermints at church. Hey, how you doing, brother? Everything's all right. And you know I'm praying for you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, sister, how you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. You doing all right? How's the family? Okay, that's good. It's good to see you. But don't nobody know he's sleeping with Deacon Smith's wife on the low. He be in the strip clubs making it rain with the tithe and the offering money. Sister Smith, hey baby, how you doing? I missed you last Sunday. Where you was? Oh, it's good to see you. How the kids doing? Sister Smith smoke weed. Her sons deal drugs out of her house. But they be quick to tell the congregation not to do this and not to do that. They be quick to say this and say that. The Lord said, take heed of what you speak, because you're gonna be held accountable if you doing something different. People gonna call you a hypocrite. Somebody's gonna catch Sister Smith smoking that cigarette on her back porch. She gonna go on her purse one day to pull out her phone, standing there, and they gonna see them pack of Newports in her purse. Her son gonna get busted for selling weed and stuff out of the house, and now everybody in the neighborhood know that Sister Smith let her son sell drugs out of her house. When she telling other people, you got to put this down, you got to stop doing this, you got to walk away from this and walk away from that. Deacon Johnson gonna get found out, because guess what? One of them girls that he making it rain on, they gonna have a change of heart and come into the church on Sunday. He gonna know her. She gonna know him. He told that girl he was a deacon in the church, telling her this and telling her that, but then come Sunday, there go Deacon Johnson. Verse 30, exalt not thyself, lest thou fall and bring dishonor upon thy soul. That's what's happening to them pastors. Can't y'all see what's going on in them Christian church? In them Christian churches? How all of their deeds are being put on front page, in the news, on social media. Everything that they've been doing in the dark has been coming to light. Did y'all see that one video when the brother when the dude tried to shoot the pastor in front of everybody? He walked right up in that joint and tried to blow him away.
Yeah, yep. I remember that was in New York, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
tell me what could cause somebody to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of pain, a lot of hurt. He either been robbed, he either been mistreated some kind of way, like something this person did, that preacher did, for him to just walk in there and want to shoot him. And so God discovered thy secret and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation. Wow. You know, I didn't even know that was finna say that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Lord casting T.D. Jakes down in the midst of his congregation? I remember his church used to be full to the roof. Now you can count the people that's in his church. It'd be about 21 people in that church every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He's been cast down in front of his own congregation. Yeah, they linked him with Diddy. Everybody know what Diddy going through. And you're supposed to be a man of the Lord, telling women that they are loose and all this type of crap. But you walking around in a purple robe talking about being swallowed, hanging out with P. Diddy, the diddler.
Diddler.
Keep going. Because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. Is that not talking about Christian, man? Is that not talking about these so-called pastors that's deceiving the people, that's deceiving their congregation? They got their congregation following them. They got their congregation allowing same-sex marriages in their church, allowing there to be such thing as a first man and a first man. Are they not supposed to be followers of Christ? That's what Christ. That's the definition of a Christian, is a follower of Christ.
Mhm.
You mean to tell me Christ rode with homosexuals? Hell no. Christ allowed that? No. Christ let his disciples eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. Christ let his disciples celebrate his birthday? God forbid. That's something these pastors and these Christians came up with. The Lord didn't allow that. The Lord don't honor that. So why are they being hypocrites? Why do they have the false appearance of virtue when they're not virtuous? Where they're not even righteous? That's right. Brothers say they follow their pastor. They don't follow the Most High or Christ. You damn right. They don't. And that's what makes them the biggest hypocrites on the planet Earth. Because if they could, they would crucify Yahweh Shai every day by continuing to do this sin that they do. Let's jump to Ecclesiasticus 32 and 15. We're gonna expose them today. And hopefully y'all will get the understanding to where y'all see them people, y'all can expose them too. And they come to y'all and they come talking to that crap in y'all face and telling y'all, or what you believe in ain't of the Lord. You can prove that they are hypocrites. Because what they believe in ain't even in the Bible. They don't even believe in the Bible. At least you can prove what you believe in according to the Lord's word. And you can prove it by doing it. By letting them see you celebrate the Passover. Celebrate the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Not eating shrimp, crab, pork, or lobster. Not celebrating none of these pagan holidays. Did y'all see that coon behind brother that was at the Trump talking about we waiting on Donald Trump that had celebrate Black History Month? Just cooning. That brother is a hypocrite. Because the Bible tells us never trust our enemies and envy not thy oppressor. What he doing up in the White House with his Trump hat on?
Right.
Not knowing, I ain't gonna even say not knowing, but knowing everything that our Israelite brothers, our Levite brothers, our Benjamin brothers are going through, dealing with this devil. But he claimed he for the people. What people?
Them cats lack a moral backbone, man. Get weak.
God, sir. I don't think they got a backbone at all. I don't even know how they stand up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how them niggas standing up.
Right.
They got something holding them up. I'm telling you. They damn sure ain't no backbone.
Right.
Cur. That's what they used. That's what they used to call him back in the Western days. That's what they call a coward back in the day. A cur.
Cur.
Yeah. Man call you a cur, you gotta it's a gunfight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 15. He
You
that
said
seeketh the
Deuteronomy. My
law
bad. You want me to
shall
read
be
it?
filled therewith. Salaki?
You want me to read it for you? You said Deuteronomy.
Oh, I said Ecclesiasticus, Salaki. My
Oh,
bad.
okay. All right.
My bad. Salakia, y'all. Ecclesiasticus 32 and 15. He that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith. You seek to serve the Lord, you seek to do his will, you seek to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, they're gonna be put in your inward parts. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to do these, they're gonna become second nature to you. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. But the hypocrites, it says, but the hypocrites will be offended thereat. Meaning, what we be bringing out, do it not offend those Christians? When we tell them, if you love Christ, why you dressing like that, sis? Remember when when you tell us, remember when the sister started twerking? And then we told them, we said, y'all believe in Christ? Yeah, y'all don't believe in Christ. Why y'all dressed like that? They started twerking.
Mm-hmm.
And then we tell them, like, the Lord don't want his daughters to be dressed like whores. Be out here smoking and getting drunk. Oh, that offended they ass. Salakia, excuse my friend. That offended them to the core. Oh, you don't know me. Da, 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 da. When you tell a Christian that, you ain't supposed to eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Oh, I can eat all things as long as I pray over it. That's the law. We ain't up under the law. We ain't up under the law. Oh, really? Why you give tithe? That's a Christian that. That's a good question. If you talk to a Christian and they tell you the laws are done away with, ask them, and they're gonna say 9 times out of 10, oh, that was the Old Testament. We in the New Testament. Ask them, do you pay tithe? Yeah, I get my 10%. Why are you paying tithe? If you don't follow the law, why are you paying tithes? Tithing is the law in the Old Testament, right?
Mm-hmm.
See what their answer going to be. So you mean all the laws are done away with except for the one that deals with money?
You're gonna be happy. So you're gonna hear.
Yeah, because they don't want, the law makes them see themselves in the mirror. It lets them know that they're not doing what the Lord told them to do. It lets them know that they don't follow the Lord. When you bring up the laws show it shames them because they know that they're not doing right. That's what the Lord said.
Yeah. If I could.
Go ahead, sir.
My bad, man, because what you bringing out is heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? I could give you a hand on that because everything what you're saying is exactly right. You know what I mean? Just to add on, like, a lot of times when you try to tell them, like you were saying, like telling them, like, yo, you gotta keep the law, you gotta do this according to the Most High, they'll take that and turn it around as a tool to now hate you for you telling them what to do according to God. You know what I mean? Like they'll either, use it as a tool of hate and say, well, you judging me and you know what I'm saying, and try to go against you and try to, make you look bad or they'll also make you the scapegoat.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's wrong is because of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You too aggressive. You too, too militant. You too this. You too that. You know what I'm saying? When all of that is what's found in the Bible, and Christians don't want to see that. They don't want to, you know, acknowledge the fact that that's how a person shows his love for the Most High is by keeping His commandments.
Right.
Right?
Damn right, sir. Damn right. Give him a hand for that. And this is why. This is how you know that the Bible is the Lord's word. And the Lord is way smarter than man, because what you saying, sir, and what you brung out is this right here, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved. Meaning, just like what you were saying, you can't tell them that they wrong. You can't tell them that they need to straighten up or what they doing that ain't right in the sight of the Lord. They're gonna say you the one that's wrong. Nah, you misinterpreted it. No, you putting your own spin on it. That's what a sinful man gonna say. He ain't gonna take reproof. He can't be reproved. But findeth an excuse according to his will.
That's perfectly put. Like that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
To His will.
To his will, of course. He gonna make sure that he gonna find an excuse to continue to sin.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it takes to fulfill that lust, to do what he want to do, he gonna make an excuse for it.
Yeah, it's His will to do so. It's in His will. He want to do it. He or she want to do that joint. God.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Tell somebody about smoking. I'm gonna start when I'm ready. I ain't ready to quit yet. Or weed ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed. Weed was in the Bible. I ain't yet to see that.
Remember that cat that told us about the burning bush of Moses and all that?
It ain't saying niggas smoking weed.
See?
I'm telling y'all, man, they putting fentanyl in this weed, man. Y'all ain't learned yet.
If I could, I do want to acknowledge what Big Judah said. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exactly what also cannot just read. Like that's spot on. They try to find fault in you. They want to either bring up your past and talk about stuff that you used to do. You know what I'm saying, and all that stuff when you just really trying to help them out. So yeah, that's spot on.
Right. Exactly, sir. Let's drop down to 33 and 32 in the same book. Ecclesiasticus chapter 33 and 2. And it says, a wise man hateth not the law. Why not? Why a wise man don't hate the law? Because he know that the law is for his good. The law, when you follow the law, you honor the Most High. It changes your life. It makes you a better person than what you was before. Anything that makes you better than what you was before, why would you go up against it? It teaches you discipline. It teaches you selflessness, to care and love for your people. You know what I'm saying? To fight your demons and become stronger in spirit, to separate from this world. If you was wise, you would want to separate from what's going on. Christians don't want to separate from this world because the world gives them everything that they want. Everything they lust, feel, heart, and mind can think of and desire, the world gives it to them. Why they want to give that up? Because they love pleasure. They don't never want to give that up. They're pleasers of themselves. They don't please nobody else. They don't. One thing, being a Christian is easy. But being a real man of the Lord, like you brothers and you sisters, I'm going to give y'all a hand. You brothers and sisters in the ISUPK that change your life, I'm going to give y'all a hand. Because it's not easy. It's hard. It's a day-to-day fight. And y'all doing it. A Christian can never do what you do. They too weak. They don't want to give up their pleasure. They don't want to give up their lust. They like it too much. They're servers of themselves. They don't want to do the one thing that you do every day. Anybody know what that is? Blow my mind. You know what it is, sir? What I'm thinking about? Should I give it to him?
Hold on, we got some answers.
All right, look at Big Jew. Blow my mind. Damn right. Damn right, warrior. They don't want to suffer. They do not want to suffer to serve the Lord. They can't do it. They won't do it. It's like, why would I want to suffer when I can have pleasure? Suffering means following the Lord. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to be a square. I'm going to be doing this and that. But if I be a Christian, I can continue to do this. I can pop whores. I can smoke weed. I can eat all kind of manner of food. I can do whatever, as long as I say Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Are they not hypocrites? You gonna suffer, but the suffering is what builds you up. You got to go through a little bit of suffering to become strong.
And if I could add too,
Go ahead, sir.
like what you saying is exactly it. You know what I mean? Like, so many Christians don't want to suffer, and at the same time, they love to play the victim as if they're the number one persecuted belief out there in the world, when that's not the case. You know what I mean? Christians are the one that's out there, abusing other people, taking advantage of people. You know what I mean? They put on this front like it's a loving religion, you know what I'm saying? But it's the least tolerant belief out there. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they act like they're so accepting and they're so inclusive, but let somebody say, I'm gonna decide not to celebrate Christmas. They're ready to criticize you, scrutinize you, demonize you, and call you all type of names just because you decided to follow God. You know what I mean? Like, Christianity is a violent religion. Very violent.
Damn right, sir. They ain't the most violent people. Christians are, don't you know that KKK members are Christians too?
Right.
You know what I mean? Donald Trump, I'm sure, is a Christian, maybe. Somebody in them offices are Christians.
Yeah.
They call themselves the same thing our people call themselves. But they are a bunch of hypocrites. Let's get Job 15 and 34. Because being a hypocrite is a disgusting spirit to have. But you untrustworthy. Like, nobody wants to be around you. Nobody believes nothing you say. Nobody's gonna follow you. It's like being two-faced. Like, you know what I'm saying? You this way, or you talk about somebody behind their back, but when they're in front of them, you dapping them up, hugging them, laughing, kikiing, and the person that was just with you, like, look at this nigga. And they call you out on it, you gonna gang up on him. You got that for me, sir?
What you said, 13 to 15?
15 and 34.
15 to
Joe.
34.
Come, sir.
Job.
If you could, Baba Kusha.
Come, I got you. Job chapter 15, verse 34. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate.
The congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate. They ain't gonna be nowhere. You ain't even gonna see them. They just gonna be. But look at. I'm telling you. Look at TD Jake's church, man. That's the perfect example. Look at his church. Now go back 2-3 years ago and look at his church And look at it now.
Turns out he was taking all that tithes money to use it to party with Diddy.
Party with Diddy, buying up stocks and baby oil. Nigga got stocks in Johnson & Johnson.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
God.
That man churches used to be packed around the corner like people couldn't get in. They would listen on the radio in their car. You would thought that Yahweh Shah was in that church. The way that man church used to be packed. Now look at it. Can you read it from the top again, sir?
Job chapter 15, verse 34. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate.
Shall be desolate. These Christian churches going to be desolate. They're going to be going into foreclosure. You're going to see chains on the doors. It's going to be locked. They ain't going to be there. It's going to be desolate. Keep going, sir.
And fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery.
The tabernacles of what?
Of bribery.
What they doing to their congregation?
Bribery.
Yeah, they bribing them people to saying that, yeah, if you follow me, I can show you how to get into the kingdom of heaven. I can show you how to sow a seed to where you'll get more income and more increase. If you follow me, I can show you how to find a man of your dreams or find a woman of your dreams. Just follow me and get that money. Follow me, yeah. Don't ask no questions, but
Hey,
follow me.
You see this rag? Dial that number. You get this rag, and it will bless you for the rest of your life.
Man, you know what? You remember like back in the days when you leave the TV on and them Christian channels to be on, and you start seeing them talking all that crazy junk.
Yeah, selling all type of stuff.
What? You wake up to that foolishness, like, what the hell is this going on? Let me turn this shit.
Oh, man.
They bribing the people. They bribing them. I can get you into heaven. Follow me. Hey, you want to get in heaven? Follow me. Bribing. That's what the scripture says. Fire is going to consume the tabernacles of bribery. That's all them churches is. That's all they pastor is. Magic prayer water. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Buy this water. Hey, yeah, I'm telling you.
It's a little ass water, too. A little ass bottle of water.
Benny Hinn with that jacket.
Oh, man. That jacket has superpowers, boy.
I think that jacket had weights in the motherfucker where you hit somebody, they'll fall. He'll fall out.
Oh, man.
All them pastors are bribery. You know, Benny Hinn, what his name was. Yeah, that's the cat with the jacket, right?
Yeah, that's him. I think he's East Indian, too.
Yeah, East Indian, but he is in Orlando, right? He's in Florida.
I think so. I think most of them cats be in Florida. They got the
I remember because I think his son or his daughter used to be in juvenile. Like they was in trouble. Yeah, they was in trouble a lot. But you ain't never seen that. Not to get off topic, but I'm just showing you like they supposed to be so righteous men, they can't even keep their own house in check. They children out here committing crimes, but they telling your children not to do something, and they children doing it.
Yeah. If I could, I don't know if you remember Zachary Timms. You know, not to get off subject, but you remember Zachary Timms?
Nah.
He was a huge pastor out here in Orlando. That boy had 2 locations, one in Orlando, one in Kissimmee. He used to ride a helicopter in between 2 locations.
What?
Yeah, a whole helicopter. You know what I'm saying? Lord be with his family, you know what I'm saying? But the brother ended up passing away over a drug overdose.
Look at that. Look at that. Every Sunday preaching, having a sermon about drug users and all this and that. Good night. Can I get Job 27 and 8, Bible Kashah, sir? And I only got a few more scriptures, then, you know, I'm trying to get.
Nah, do your thing. Do your 27 and 8.
Come, sir.
Yep, Khan says, I just wanted to let her know, yep, that's the pastor that was found in the hotel. Unfortunately. But yeah, Job chapter 27, verse 8. For what is the hope of the hypocrite?
Ooh, wait. What is the hope for the hypocrite? What can he look forward to when he double-minded? When he one way and he speak one way, but he acts and he, you know what I'm saying, deals with people in different ways. What can you hope for, and what kind of, you know what I'm saying, leadership that you can see in a hypocrite? What can you hope for in a hypocrite? What can a hypocrite hope for? Keep going, sir.
Oh, my bad. Though he hath gained.
Yeah, he gained. Riding in his Benz, got luxury cars, luxury suits. That one pastor was dressing in Versace and Gucci and Burberry every Sunday,
Yeah, I remember.
and staged the robbery. You remember that? He
Yeah,
staged the robbery.
I remember that. Yep. He had. I think he locked up right now for that too. I think, or
He ought to be
kind.
staged the whole robbery.
Mm-hmm.
This man got Cuban links, $500,000 worth of jewelry, all this and that. Yeah, he gained, but what happened?
When God taketh away his soul.
The Lord taketh away their soul. Look at him now. Where he at? One in jail, one died. TD Jakes faking health issues because he ain't trying to get caught up in that Diddy crap. Eddie Long dead. Did he die?
Who that?
Eddie Long?
Yeah, he long gone.
Long gone. Molesting children.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord taking away. You don't think the Lord don't see these folks?
Mm-hmm.
These are the hypocrites. The people that are in position that's leading people down a wicked road. And some people are just following blindly, and some people are just following willing. We are not those people. You can't be a hypocrite in this truth. That's being lukewarm. Either you one way or you the other way. There's no in between. There's no room for it. And the Lord deals with hypocrites in a just manner. He ain't playing with it. Go ahead, sir. Shalaki, you were saying something?
Nah, my bad. I don't mean to cut you off, man.
No,
I just
you
want to
got it, sir.
add what you're bringing out, man, because it's spot on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people think gain is godliness. You know, just because that pastor has a nice suit, drive a nice car, and has all this money, he got all those things by gaming you up, by lying to you, by being a hypocrite, by selling you a false dream, by giving you a fake sense of comfort every day, every Sunday. That's what he does. It's like a drug, and you the custody, and he just serving them out. You know what I mean? And that's how he fills his pockets up. You know, but the Lord sees all of that. The Lord sees right through it, even though you can't see it, even though your grandma can't see it. You know what I mean? And all the people that's sitting in that congregation in the church can't see it, but God sees it. And eventually it'll be brought out who they really are. You know what I mean?
I'm con, sir. Can we get Job 34 and 30?
Job 34 and 30. 30 for 30.
34 and 30, sir.
Nah, my bad. I was saying that.
Oh, Salaki.
Nah, I got you. Job chapter 34, verse 30. That the hypocrite reign not, lest the people be ensnared.
That the Lord see fit that He's bringing all this to the forefront, bringing this to the front that the hypocrite reign not. From the pastors to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the biggest hypocrites because he's talking about criminals and illegal immigrants when he's a criminal.
Right. I think his wife is illegal, if I'm
His
not
wife is
mistaken.
a legal immigrant.
Right.
So is Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord got Trump there for a reason, just like he did the Pharaoh, because the Lord gonna show His power when He bring down this regime, when He bring down this kingdom, and Trump is going to be the cause of it. That the hypocrites reign not. How you gonna call these people illegal immigrants when they the natives to this land? When you flying in immigrants from Ukraine,
Mm-hmm.
you giving sanctuary to the immigrants in South Africa. Not that I give a damn about them Hamites, but that's what you're doing. These false prophets and these pastors and these wicked hypocrite men, time is at an end. Their destruction is not. Woe be unto the pastor that scattered the sheep of my flock. The Lord said they are all dumb dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you be a hypocrite. Can I get Matthew 6 and 1 and 2, sir? Let me get two of these scriptures, see what Yahweh shall say about this matter. And then I'm off. I'm off it.
You said Matthew 6 and 1.
Come, sir.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. Take heed that ye do not your alms before men to be seen of them. Otherwise you have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou doest thy alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do.
As the who?
As the hypocrites do.
The Lord say, don't be like the hypocrites when you giving alms and you doing something good. You ain't gotta let everybody know. You ain't gotta go on and go live and say you handing out food. You know what I'm saying? Because you doing it for gain. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do all that. The Lord say don't do all that. Because you ain't doing it for a righteous reason. You being a hypocrite. You doing it for so people can say, hey man, I seen you doing this and doing that. You keeping up the appearance of virtue, a false appearance of virtue when you're doing things like that. Continue on, sir.
As the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may be that they may have glory of men.
They may have what?
Glory of men.
Right. That's why they doing it. They ain't doing it because the Lord told us to love one another and take care of one another and look out for one another. They're doing it because they can have the glory of men, so they can get praised for doing something that they ought to be doing any damn way. Especially if they're in a position. Go ahead.
Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But
They have their reward.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Christ said. Oh yeah, they're gonna get their reward. It ain't gonna be what they think it's gonna be. It's definitely not gonna be what they think that they're gonna receive. Oh man. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna end it right there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much more.
Yeah, man, get down. What you
Nah,
got?
so it's to if
Wow.
anything, I'm gonna do a part two.
Alright.
So don't be a hypocrite. Don't be like these pastors.
Damn right.
So lucky, how you?
Yeah, damn right. What's all right? Yeah, we still tuned in, we still locked in, and that's heavy. You know that you brought that out, man, because I mean it goes right along of the topic that we had set up as well on this live. You dig what I'm saying? Like the problem with these pastors and their hypocrisy, they don't never ever want to take the blame of the state of the black community or Hispanic or Native Indian community, right? They never feel as if it's their fault for what goes on within our community when they're supposed to be the leaders, right? They're supposed to be the overseers. They're supposed to be the ones that make sure that we are taking on a moral road and following the laws of God and doing everything right. If we're not doing that in our community, well, guess what? That means the people who's in the position to lead has failed us. You get what I'm saying? Like they in them churches acting like they men of God, but yet tell me once, have you ever heard in a church your pastor discussing an economic plan within the black community? Do they ever discuss that? What are their thoughts of building up businesses or building up an infrastructure to bring more revenue within the black community? Do they ever talk about stuff like that? All right, or how to rebuild the black household or the Hispanic household, Native Indian household. They never speak about the issues, the real issues that plague us on our day-to-day life. But they tell you about dying and going to heaven and floating in the sky. You know what I'm saying? But in the real world, every day you're suffering. They just tell you to let go and let God. But what is their solution? What is the solution? And like Officer CHAANAK said, the Christian church is nothing but hypocrisy, full of hypocrites, liars, deceivers, bribery, all type of stuff is going on in the church. Everything but the solution. That's what you'll find in there. You'll find some good dance, some good music. If you like to dance and sing, you will definitely find that in the church. But they will not educate you on nothing on what God says. All right? So what's important is for us to understand the words that's written up in this book can fix every single issue that we deal with in our communities. You know what I'm saying? Starting out with fixing the black household, rebuilding the family structure, right? Let's start out with 1 Corinthians 11:3. All right, and now let me ask this question to everybody that's tuning in. Right, and of course you already know CHAANAK, you know what I mean? Please chime in any verse, anything you got, you know what I mean? Please do so. Um uh but what I was gonna say was can anybody tell me what does a nation consist of? What is a nation? What does it consist of? What is it made up of? A nation. Anybody that's tuning in. All right. Anybody. Give it a shot. Y'all want to give it a shot, right? Because the thing is, damn right, Big Jew. You know what I'm saying? Get a brother a hand. Right? Right? Oh, my bad. It says the government, laws, and people, right? Which is included as well, too. You know what I'm saying? But in context of what we're speaking about in this class, is exactly what Big Drew said. Families, right? That's what a nation is. It's a collection of families, right? You get a wide enough or big enough amount of families, eventually it grows into a whole nation. You understand what I'm saying? So if the families are in dysfunction, what state would the nation be in? If anybody can answer that. If a nation is a collection of families and the families are dysfunctional, what state will the nation be then? A specific family or group, right? Damn right. You know what I'm saying? What station would the nation be in? Can anybody answer that? Dysfunction, right? Got one answer, right? Everybody else? Chaos, ruin, damn right. Anybody else? Hey, y'all say y'all what's up? Most High in Christ. Out of order. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Give yourselves a hand, because all of y'all are correct, right? If the families are in ruins and are in chaos and out of order and dysfunction, guess what? Then that means the nation will be in the same exact state. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no difference between the two, because that's what makes up a nation, right? So it's very, very important that we work on rebuilding the family structure. In today's time, in 2025, 2025, Salaki, you know what I'm saying? Our families have been put through the ringer, especially learning from these so-called religious leaders who lied to our woman and told them that they are the head of the household, that they don't need a man, that they can decide to do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And told the men to just bow down to that woman, please her, happy wife, happy life. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
they
saying?
say.
Told them that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? And told the kids that, yeah, man, you ain't gotta, listen to your parents. You're a grown adult. You can decide to make your own decisions. And now look, you know what I mean? Like, we in chaos and dysfunction, right? So much so now they got a new term for it in 2025. All right, co-parenting. Since when did that ever exist? All right? That is not a thing according to God. God set up to where we have to maintain our families. That a man that laid down with a woman is to stay together forever. You know what I'm saying? A man leaves his mother and father and cleaves unto his wife. He begins his own family. You know what I mean? And that's way that when he has his offspring, when he has his children, they'll be able to grow up to see what it's like to have a solid household, family structure, so they can build one themselves.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And all the domestic disputes that goes on within the parents, a lot of times they don't even realize how much it affects the children. They don't really even realize that how much the children are being affected by it. The study shows that a child that grows up in a dysfunctional household is less likely to succeed in their adult life. You can look this up. If they grow up in a household with its constant chaos, arguing, pops getting kicked out the crib, mom dudes bringing man, other niggas in, all of that stuff, no structure, no order, you get to do whatever you want, nobody can tell you what to do, you're less likely to develop critical thinking skills that can help you get through your adult life. That's the state that we in as a people. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that we rebuild our families back up, right? So let's get 11 and 3 real quick.
Come. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
Right. This is the order that God set up to be placed inside of the household. This is something that should be primary in each and every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian household. This right here. If we followed and abide by the structure that our God has left for us, we will start to see the change within our communities. The problem is we are deciding to let go of what God gave us and cleave onto what the oppressor is feeding us. And he ain't doing nothing but feeding you lies, man. Everything that he tells you about how to be a man and how to be a woman is all a lie. And oftentimes we don't even realize that. We tend to perpetuate the white supremacy that your oppressor fed you. Whenever you hear or see a Black woman talk down on a black man, she's nothing but a Black woman with a white supremacist mindset. You ever see a Black man talking down on a Black woman, he ain't nothing but a Black man with a white supremacist mindset. Us bickering and fighting each other and blaming each other is exactly what our oppressors want. They want the household in a dysfunction. They want it destroyed. They wanted us to be at odds with one another. They want us to have chaos and no order. But God wants the opposite. He wants us to be a strong nation. And we do it by setting up his structure. Right? Christ, the Most High, at the top, very, very top. Christ right up under. The right up under that is the man. Right beneath him is the woman. And under the woman is the children. That is the order right there. You dig what I'm saying? So if there's anything that needs to be done, that needs to be accomplished, right? That man that's in that household, he is the final say-so. He is the protection of that household. He controls what gets brought in and what can come out of that household. Why you think your oppressor don't know that? Why you think there is over a great number of Black men incarcerated in America? Why do you think that is? Why do you think your oppressor told the Black woman that it's okay to kick that Black man out of the house so you can get Section 8? Why do you think so? You think all of that's by coincidence? Right? The scriptures say, in order to spoil a strong man's goods, you have to first bind up the strong man. All right? Meaning, in order to take the goods of somebody, you have to first take away the threat, take away their protection. And that man in that household is exactly that. Right? He is that protection. And that's the order that the Most High has set up. And your oppressor makes sure he breaks that apart. Right? I don't know if he's still there or not.
I'm here, sir.
All right. Let me get Mark 10 and 2 real quick.
Mark 10.
God, Mark 10 and 2.
Come. The book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 2.
Is that in Mark 10 and 2? My bad. Yeah, Mark 10 and 2. Yeah, you got it, work. My bad.
Come. The book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 2. And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife, tempting him?
Right. You know, of course, the Pharisees, they should know better, but they trying to try Christ. And they asking the question, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife? In today's term, what would that be called? If anybody can answer that in the chat. In today's time, what is that called? When a man separates from his wife or his wife separates from her husband. Divorce, exactly. Give him a hand. You know know what I'm saying? That's called divorce, right? So the Pharisees is asking, is it okay for a man and a woman to divorce each other? Let's see what Christ says about this, right? Read on.
Come. And he answered and said unto them, what did Moses command you?
Mm-hmm.
And they said, Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement and to put her away.
Right. So they're trying to act as if they know what's right. But Christ is going to cut them in this. Right? Read on.
Come. And Yahushua said unto them, and Yahushua answered and said to them, for the hardness of your heart, he wrote you this precept.
For the what?
Hardness of your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Come.
For the what?
For the hardness of your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Come, verse 7.
Now, you have verse 5.
Salaki, for the hardness of your heart, he wrote you this precept.
Right. What is it? What does that mean? What does that mean? For the hardness of your heart, he wrote you this precept. What does that mean? What is that talking about? Can anybody answer that in the chat? Right? So what they did, and just to give y'all context and background before y'all answer the question, right? They try to bring out what Moses did, right? And Moses wrote out while we were in the wilderness that you should give your woman a bill of divorce if you find any uncleanness in her, or a woman should give a bill of divorce to her husband if you find any uncleanness in him, right? While we was in the wilderness. Now, Christ is letting them know, right? The reason being that Moses even mentioned that is because of the hardness that was in our heart, all right? What is that talking about? Now that you got the context, what's that talking about? Somebody can answer that.
Lucky, sir.
So you want to give it a shot?
Oh, no, I'll wait for somebody to answer it online.
Okay. All right. Anybody want to give it a shot? No right or wrong answers. You know what I mean? We're all learning here. If y'all want to take a shot at it. If not, I'm going to let CHAANAK go. Anybody? All right, you got it, CHAANAK. You got it. You go ahead and take a shot at it.
Come. So if I may, it was because while they was in the wilderness, they didn't have no compassion, no mercy for each other. So they was always angry and mad at each other. And they ain't wanna try and to work things out because of the conditions that they was in. And they're just them not having no mercy and no love for one another. So they kept, bothering coming to Moses with the same issue. So before he allowed them to kill each other, he just told them, you know what, y'all go y'all own way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened.
God, that's exactly right. You know what I'm saying? So let me follow it up with this question. What could possibly harden somebody's heart? Or the people also commented hatred, disobedience, right? And what also CHAANAK said, what can cause somebody to have a hard heart? Think about in what state a person has to be in order for their heart to become hardened.
Right, it's lucky.
Get down with it.
You have to be a terrible state of mind. You got to be at the bottom, at your lowest point. to turn on your spouse, you got to be in a condition to where you're not thinking right.
And
Like,
you right on it. You right on it. Give me that in one word. Like, what could push a person to not think right like that?
oppression.
Get a brother ahead. Get a brother. Exactly right. Oppression. Right? We coming out of Egypt. We're in the wilderness. Right? And everything that we've been taught and fed to believe, we're bringing it with us to the wilderness. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what does it mean to actually love your spouse? That's what they brought into the wilderness from Egypt. The problem is today in the black household, we don't even understand what love is. Sometimes we got to think to ourselves, like, what did black love look like prior to slavery? You understand what I'm saying? Like, in our culture, how did a man show that he loved a woman before he became a slave in America?
That's a good question.
You understand what I'm saying? What is love? How can we culturally identify what love is amongst us? The problem is every concept that we've been taught on love comes from our oppressor.
Right.
And our hearts is hardened towards one another. You know, F my baby daddy, F him, the niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't hugging, the hoes ain't trick. That's all we think. And all that comes from oppression. Lack of resources, lack of money, can't find a job, constantly get laid off, you're struggling.
If I'm so lucky, sorry if I may.
Down, so go ahead, you got it.
And that's heavy that you're bringing that out too, because what they also used to do on the plantation, they would SA a sister right in front of her husband,
Mm-hmm.
and he couldn't do nothing to protect her.
Mm-hmm.
So then, guess what that did? That made the sister look at her husband in a different way.
Right.
Like, that made her look at her husband like, you ain't protect me when, you know, this oppressor was raping me.
Mm-hmm.
So now she looking at him like he's a failure, and he already probably feeling like a failure because he couldn't do nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how diabolical that oppressor was in that slavery.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
damn right, man. Get a brother a hand, straight up, man. That's right on point. And the psychosis of that, she gonna in return start blaming not the slave master. Who she gonna start blaming when things go bad because of that?
the husband.
She gonna blame that black man. Not realizing that there is a external force that's causing the division between y'all two. Right? We love to blame each other on how niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit. We understand, I get it. But don't nobody say, well, what about the white man? What about oppression? What about white supremacy? What about Jim Crow? Don't nobody bring that up.
Right.
Don't nobody want to bring up the hand that he had in destroying the black community. We love to blame each other. Nah, go ahead, my bad.
One mind.
Let me just read that real quick. Fast forward to today, and everyone is talking advice from blogs and podcasts on what love is. Dysfunction is at an all-time high now. Exactly, sis. You know what I mean? Like, nobody want to go to the root of the issue. Like, we speak, like, especially with these podcasts and these blogs, we speak on the problem on a surface level. But we don't want to really dig deep into the root and the cause of our issues. And like CHAANAK said, you'll find the root can go all the way as far as slavery. Where they used to do that, where they'll beat the black man in front of the wife. And she gonna grow with that resentment. Teach her sons and daughters to have that resentment for that black man. Why he wasn't there to protect us. Because he was being beat by the slave master.
Right.
And then like the sister said, fast forward today, and that's all we talk about. Our resentment. Our hatred for one another. Not realizing that all of it is caused due to our oppressor. So if we got a hardened heart towards each other, what must we do in order to fix that hardened heart? If anybody can answer that, right? If our hearts is hard towards each other, then what we got to do? It's a pretty simple answer. Don't try to overthink it, right? I'll give y'all some time to answer that. Give this sister a hand. You know what I'm saying? You got a hard heart. You got to soften your heart now. It's time for the black woman to forgive the black man. It's time. Yeah, we messed up. Yeah, we might have done some things that we should have not done. But yes, it's time for her to forgive the black man. It's time for the black man to finally forgive the black woman. It's time. She might have messed up, did some things, and got on Section 8 and decided to do this with the white man, but it's not her fault. It's not your fault neither, brother. Learning that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of can heal a lot of our problems, man. A lot of our problems. Right? Love one another. Damn right. Learn how to unharden it. Damn right. We got to learn how to soften our heart towards one another. Look at another black man with compassion and understand the reason why he's not able to provide the way he's supposed to provide is because he's oppressed.
Right.
He may not have a 6-figure job, but the nigga is trying. It's hard out here for him. The white man got a foot on his neck, man. And she got to view that black man in that lens. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the black man. Yeah, she got a loud mouth. Yeah, she's hard-headed sometimes. But that's your sister. What do you expect her to act when she's been oppressed for over 400 years? It's up to you to fix it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't run off and go get Becky. You think Becky gonna be better?
What?
You think you gonna run off and get some Taylor Swift behind the white chick, flat as a pancake, and think she's more civilized and more loving than a black woman? The hell with that. The black woman is the black man's responsibility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we are responsible for getting her together. But it first start with realizing we are not each other's fault. Oppression is, right? Read on.
Come on, sir.
Yeah, verse 6, my bad.
Come on. The book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 6. But from the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female.
Read verse 6 one more time again.
From the beginning.
From where?
From the beginning.
From when?
The beginning.
From before slavery. How did a black man love a black woman? How did a black woman love a black man? From the beginning. Slavery is not our beginning. This is not our beginning. We have a whole slew of history before slavery. Let's try to find that out so we can create a good culture of love that identifies with us. Right? Read on.
Come. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife,
Mm-hmm.
and they twain shall be one flesh.
Mm-hmm.
So then they are no more twain, but one flesh.
For one flesh. That's what? You lay down with that man, right? You lay down with that sister, y'all become one. Right? Y'all become one. Y'all gotta operate like one. She gotta understand that he is the head of the household, and you gotta understand that you are put in a position of leadership. Both
Right.
of y'all gotta agree on that. You said Salaki, my bad.
No, I said right, sir.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, my bad. Not Khan. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta agree that this is the structure. Y'all one. You gotta operate as one. You know what I'm saying? But your oppressor wants you to operate as two different beings. As if the black man don't understand the plight of a black woman. The only ally a black woman got is the black man. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
nobody else understands what a black woman goes through but a black man. You know what I'm saying? But they try to make it seem both of our oppression was different. Your oppression is different. He don't understand what you're going through, and your oppression is different. She don't understand what you're going through. That's nonsense, man. That comes from white supremacy. All right? We gotta operate as one, unify as one. Right? Let's drop that. Anything you want to add to CHAANAK, please feel free to do so.
Come, sir.
Big Drew says, Salaki, sir, we tend to measure ourselves through the white man's eyes. Facts, man. That's 100% true. This is what we gauge our love on what the white man says is love. This is why you have days like Valentine's Day. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he's not a creature, like, he's not made with compassion. He's not made with love. Like, the white man has no soul. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor has no soul. So in his way, in his mind of thinking, in order for me to show love, I have to create a whole day dedicated to it. Because I can't do it every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't, it's not in him to do so. You know what I'm saying? And our people follow that. And this is why we lose out on love each day. Because we become selfish on those specific days. Let's not somebody give you something on Valentine's Day. You're going to throw a fit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to throw a fit. Let not somebody treat you, you know what I'm saying, give you candy or flowers. You're going to throw a whole fit. Meanwhile, that man is paying all the bills in the household, taking care of the kids, making sure everything is straight. You know what I'm saying? But just because he ain't give you nothing on Valentine's Day, he ain't shit nigga.
Right. That's lucky, sir.
Get that way.
They don't care about all the other days. Tell me how many of y'all sisters done got a candy, a Snicker bar, a rose petal, not even a whole rose, a rose petal.
A petal.
You know what I'm saying? Since Valentine's Day.
Right.
Them flowers you got on Valentine's Day, I'm pretty sure they about dead. When the next time you gonna get some flowers? When the next time you gonna go out on a date and the man make it all about you that day? Y'all should like take interest in what y'all believe in and don't just be in tradition. Because if you waiting for a brother to show you love one day, what does that mean for the rest of the day? He don't love you? Y'all arguing and bickering and fighting, but Valentine's Day y'all act like y'all so in love. Like it.
Damn right. Damn right, man. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Guru said, dealt with this not too long ago. She swore I wasn't shit. Salaki. Man, listen, you're not alone, brother. You know what I'm saying? Most of us go through this same thing. Or have went through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just stand strong. Like the whole purpose of what I'm trying to point out is, and the fact of us softening our heart, like we have to go back to our culture. You get what I'm saying? Like we have to find out our identity, who we are. That right there can give us the solution to what love really is. Because the white man's culture don't fit us. It just don't. It's like trying to put a square block inside of a circle. It don't fit. Once we start to find our culture, we'll start to realize what love really is. You know what I'm saying? And start doing the right things, right? Sis says, speaking from a woman's perspective, I never cared about Valentine's Day. Only cared because people told me to care. That's honest.
Right.
That's honest. I can respect that. Yeah, I'm saying. You want to say something? Not good.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say anything. And well, I might as well say it.
Go ahead, man.
Do your background on the origins of Valentine's Day. And trust me, it wasn't all about candies and balloons and flowers.
Mhm.
It was a homosexual type. It was a P. Diddy party. Freak offs.
Right.
That's what
That's
that's where Diddy get it from.
God.
Like,
The whole Diddy party that was going on, and they made a holiday out of it.
right. Made a holiday out of it. And you people lose and break up relationships over one wicked ass day.
Mm.
And not to just ride on the whole Valentine's thing, but that ain't black love, man.
Right. God. Damn right. That's what hardened our hearts, man. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? You can finish that. There was any more on that verse?
La, sir.
All right. Oh, can you read where it says what God put together? I think that's toward the end.
Oh, come.
Okay.
Verse 9, Mark chapter 10, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder.
Let what?
Let no man put asunder.
The Lord did not give you the right to divorce your husband. He did not give you the right to put away your wife. That's not black culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What the Lord put together, he put together for a reason. He knows how to build nations better than man do. And he understands that if he keep the family together, keeping them operating as one, that's going to keep the nation together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That co-parenting, child support, Section 8, what else they got out there? All of that is put in place to further divide us. All of that, and it all comes from our oppressor. But from the beginning, it was not so. All right, let's drop that. Let's get Ephesians 5 and 22. And then I got one more after this. And anything you want to
Ephesians
add.
5 and 22.
Time.
So like. The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband as unto the Lord.
As unto what?
As unto the Lord.
Right. Not what these hypocrites tell you to do. Not what your pastor, T.D. Jakes, and say women that are loose. Nah, that ain't in the Bible. This is the role that the woman plays in the household. Right? Read that again.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands,
Right?
as unto the Lord.
As unto the Lord. Read on.
Come. For the husband is the head of the wife,
For the husband is the head of the wife. Read on.
even as Christ is the head of the church,
Right. Christ is the head of that man. Read on.
and he is the savior of the body.
Right. This is the role that the Lord has set for the husband. You know what I mean? And it's fitting for a woman to play her position. Right? This is how the household is going to function properly. This is how you're going to get a productive household. Right? Read on.
Verse 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
In what?
In everything.
In everything. He is your head. In everything. Read on.
Come. Husbands, love your wives.
To do what?
Love your wives.
What does this mean? Do we got any husbands in the chat? What does this mean? Happy wife, happy life, right?
Yeah, that's what Esau would say.
What does that mean to love your wife? Tell me. It should be easy, ain't it?
Right.
Somebody can answer me that in the chat real quick. What is this talking about? Okay, we got an answer. My boy Drew said, lead her right. I like that answer, Drew. Like that. What else we got? Mm-hmm. That's it. One of you. I guess you're the only husband that's on here. CHAANAK. What say he?
I say correction.
I like that answer. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Yeah, right.
Like correcting your wives, leading them. Make sure you showing compassion, but at the same time, make sure you strong and firm, because it says they are to love you as they would Christ.
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean them talking back when you saying something. Don't mean them throwing you out there. Like, this is what you got to do, really. When a wife is being unruly unto her husband, and she believe in Christ, and she believe in God and truth, ask her, will she say them same things to Christ?
Mm.
Would you call Christ a F nigga? A B ass nigga? Would you kick him out of the house and lock the door? Would you hang up on Christ?
Mm.
Would you disrespect him in front of his kids? If you wouldn't do those things to Christ, don't do it to your husband.
Right.
And that's what the scriptures say.
Damn right.
Like,
Damn right. See, I told you was the right guy to answer that question, man. You know what I'm saying? That boy do not play. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's exactly about. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what the oppressor woman does. That's what she does. She has no integrity when it comes to marriage, when it comes to love. All right? They don't understand what love really is. This is why their billionaires get divorced overnight, and even though they got $1 billion, you get what I'm saying?
right.
They still can't even, you know what I'm saying? They don't even know how to even please a woman with $1 billion.
Right. The hard part is over. You got the money.
You know what I'm saying?
You got the money. That's the hardest part of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to
God.
pick up and go. Y'all arguing. Call Jeffrey and tell him to bring the car around. We going to the airport. We going somewhere.
Right.
They even with all that wealth, they have no sense of how to love each other.
Right. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? These billionaires, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all of them divorced. And God said you're not supposed to divorce.
Right.
Because they don't have the answers. They have the wealth, they don't have the answers. Your pastor don't have the answers. You know what I'm saying? A man loving his wife is also correcting his wife. It is his God-given right to tell that woman what to do. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's going to protect the household. Nah, I don't want our kids to be going out like this. I don't want our kids dressed like, don't have her dressed like that. Don't have him doing this. Don't have him wearing this. Don't have him, you know what I mean? He's the one that dictates that. And he will have the final say-so on it. And this is how you keep a strong household. You need that man in that household. It's not for y'all to be at odds with one another. And like CHAANAK said, she should agree with it. If it's something that's according to the Lord ways, right, and what the Lord wants, man, right on. There should be no reason why a black woman should get upset just because a man tells her not to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. There's no reason why a black woman should get upset if a man tells her to cover up your behind. If she had any sense, that man is telling her that for a reason. He's trying to protect her. This man is willing to fear God.
Right.
And you should be willing to wash his socks. You know what I'm saying? So that's the structure that the Lord has set up. Right? Read on.
Come on, concert, Salaki, if I may.
Yeah, get down, soldier.
I seen this video of this woman and she was talking, and she was saying that, you know, she made dinner for her husband and all this and that, and he was late. And he's never really late. So all these things start going through her mind. And she said the Holy Spirit came to her, and they, which, you know, I call bullshit, but it was just probably whatever. She said, how you handle this situation is going to determine what type of woman you are. Are you going to fuss? Are you going to yell at him? Are you going to ask him all 1,000 questions of why he's late? Or are you going to be compassionate and loving and being a wife? So, you know, a few moments later, the key started hitting the door. The husband came in. She chose to be a loving wife. She went up to him and kissed him and hugged him and told him how happy she was that he was home. And she's glad he was home. He broke down to her and told her what kind of horrible day he had. She was his pillow of rest at the time when he needed. Because we fighting, he said he doing all that fighting, the oppressor out there, he's not gonna come home and fight in his house. And our sisters need to take note of that, because guess what? What if she would have went out there and just, where you been at? Where you late? This and that and that. Why you being called? Why you doing it? You know how much stress and aggravation that add on to the long day he already had been taking some shit from this oppressor?
Mm-hmm.
So he reaches breaking point, and then he yell back at you and tell you to sit your behind down and shut the hell up, or whatever the case may be. Now you mad because you could have handled the situation better?
Mm-hmm.
So you like, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to share that. You like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't always think about your feelings when it comes to your husband.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what the hell niggas be dealing with outside of the world before. He ain't trying to drag that shit home. And he definitely not trying to get home in his place where he could be like, fuck all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Until the next day. But then here you go standing there being uncompassionate.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
damn right, man. That's right on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have compassion, you know what I'm saying, towards your husband, right? That husband gotta have compassion towards that woman. We're not each other's enemy. We're not.
Right.
There's no such thing as the black man and the black woman as being enemies. That is propaganda that these podcasts and the internet and white supremacists push every day, all day. It's not real. In the real world, we need each other. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like the sister says, she says, in this world, you gotta be happy that a man makes it home for real, for real. Fact. You know what I'm saying? Because there's all type of stuff that's stopping him to come home. You know what I mean? Right? So let's continue on.
Come, chapter Ephesians chapter 5, verse 26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like how Christ sanctified and cleansed the church, right? Which is the body of men, is how a man is supposed to rule over his household as well, too. He is there for correction. That's part of his job. That's love. You understand what I'm saying? And that also makes me think of, this is a great controversy of with Kanye West and his woman. I mean, even though she's a devil, right? But there was a award show, I think the Grammys, and he had her walk out butt naked on the red carpet. His woman. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's not love, right? If, like, people think, well, because my chick is bad, I gotta flaunt her out to the whole world. She can wear whatever she want. I'm a secure man and all of that stuff. And niggas like that is, he really hates his woman. You know what I'm saying? A man that would love his wife will protect her from herself by telling her to cover up. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West hates his wife. You know what I'm saying? That was a display of hatred. You get what I'm saying? Because a man is supposed to correct his wife on what she wears, you know what I'm saying, and how she operates in that household. Because that's the order that God set up for our families to thrive, for our communities to thrive, and for our nation to thrive. Right? Let's drop that. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 25:1 by Kashaf. All right, we talking about rebuilding the family structure, rebuilding the family structure, rebuilding the family structure. This is what we need. 2025. All the other stuff do not matter. It's vain. You know what lasts more than just material things? Generations. Your character, your bloodline. That's what lasts. And we got to make sure that we're leaving a good bloodline, a strong generation that's going to be able to carry out this nation. All right? You got that for me, Warrior?
Come.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 1. In three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before God and men.
All right. These are the three things that the Lord find amazing on this earth. Right? Not only the Lord, but also the natural man. Read on.
Salaki. The unity of brethren.
The unity of brethren. Brotherhood. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians coming together and doing what's right in the eyes of the Most High. A strong nation of Israelites. Read on.
The love of neighbors.
The love of neighbors. Right? Hispanics loving blacks. Blacks loving Hispanics. Native Indians loving blacks. Blacks loving Native Indians. Doing everything we're supposed to do according to the law. Read on.
A man and a wife that agree together.
The what? What's the latter part?
A man and a wife that agree together.
It's a beautiful thing to see black men and black women come together. That's a beautiful thing in the eyes of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord loves to see. He loves to see strong families. He loves to see us prosper in our household. But we can't do it if we're following the dysfunction of our oppressor. God already laid down the foundation for us. All we got to
Right.
do is take heed to it. All we got to do is follow it. And why is it your pastor never speaking on this? I guarantee you, every seat that's filled in that Christian church, they're either divorcing somebody or they're a single parent household.
Right.
I guarantee it. And your pastor will never speak against it. I guarantee you, your pastor will never say, well, what's going on with all the divorce rates within our community? Why is that happening? Why is the divorce rate so high? Why is it there no businesses, no infrastructure? Why is it there no revenue being rotated around our community? Things that actually matter, your pastor would never speak on. But he speaks on love and grace and the Holy Ghost and plays a sad song at the end and tell you to pass the collection plate. And that's that.
Right.
You don't get no strategy, no economic solution, nothing educational at all. You know what I'm saying? What the Lord told us how to build up our communities. And it first starts in the household, inside of the crib. And that man and that woman, y'all gotta agree with each other. Y'all gotta agree that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta agree that he's the enemy and he's trying to break us up. And with that understanding, y'all gotta do whatever it takes to keep that family together. No matter what. If it comes down to the nitty-gritty of it, you gotta keep that family together.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Soldier.
It's like, if I may too, that, you know, people get married in churches in front of the pastor. Why did they go to the oppressor to get divorced?
Yo, that's heavy. That's heavy, nigga. Why not the pastor? Yeah.
Why don't the pastor divorce y'all?
Oh man, you know,
Nah, I mean, so it's a lot. That's what I'll be thinking about. Like, by the power invested in me, the pastor said, "I now pronounce you man and wife." But a judge said that y'all are divorced. What happened to the power that the pastor had? He ain't got no power.
He ain't got no power.
Right.
His power comes from the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? That's why he has the authority, the right over your marriage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now go ahead. You want to finish on? My bad.
No, sir. Go ahead. No, I'm just saying right. I'm agreeing with you. So like,
God, you know what I'm saying? He gave him that authority, man. That's heavy what you said, man. That's heavy. You know what I mean? They don't even know that he's feeding them to the enemy. Y'all household, y'all both have to agree that there is a external force. There's something out there that's making sure that y'all don't stay together. The most important thing in that household should be y'all should stay together. Gotta keep the family together, not for only for our sake, but for the nation's sake, for our children's sake. You know what I'm saying? The hell if he, lost his job or he found another woman or he did this, he did that. Y'all are supposed to stay together because that is beautiful in the eyes of the Most High. That's what the Lord looks at and says, wow, this is amazing. They've been through all that and they still together. The Lord considers that beautiful. And you should too. There is no such thing as an ain't shit nigga. There's no such thing. That nigga got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? There is no such thing as a black woman that's worthless. That woman got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And once we start to walk in our purpose and figure out what we're supposed to do on this earth, everything will make sense.
Right.
Everything will make sense. It's about building up this nation and nothing else. Right? Drop that. Time it is, CHAANAK.
It's 9:01.
Oh, shit. I mean, it's a wrap, right? Unless anything you want to bring up, my bad.
Like I said, just don't be a hypocrite. Love your woman. Love your husband. Love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And rebuild the Hispanic and Native American family with a stronger structure. We got a stronger structure now. We got a stronger base. We got 2 strong pillars. You know what I'm saying? We got these laws, statutes, and commandments. We got each other, and we got the Most High. We can't be defeated. Let them Edomites and them oppressors get divorced. That's what they do. That's what they good for. But from the beginning, it wasn't so for us. We taking it back to the beginning. At the end.
I like that. What was that? Bars. Nigga, take it to the beginning. Yeah, all right.
Can't be giving y'all all my joints, man.
Okay. I hear you.
Yeah, nah, that's it, sir. So like that's heavy what you brought out today, man, because it is well needed, man. You got to understand what kind of structure that the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to have in these times. And it's so important that a Black or Hispanic or Native American man is in that household. Because without that, there's a gap. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, sir. So like,
my nigga. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else. I guess if you want to close it out, you could.
All right. So with that, y'all, we're going to end the class. You know what I'm saying? The water to everybody joining in. You know what I'm saying? The water to everybody tuning in. The water, like, share, subscribe, and put this on your Facebook and share it to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. Let's get up out of there, man. You know what I mean? Tune in to next Tuesday, you know, for Brotherhood classes. We got classes Monday through Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I want to say Thawada to everybody again. Thawada to Thawashah for hanging with me. You know what I'm saying?
Water you, boy. I appreciate you, man.
Don't forget this Passover. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Let's Passover, April 12th. You know what I'm saying? $200 cover everything. If you got kids, $200 cover a babysitter for you so you can hang out and you ain't got to worry about anything. You know what I'm saying? Come join us in Atlanta, Hot Atlanta, for 56th annual Passover. You know what I'm saying? Commander Junior Hunter is doing it big for us. Y'all come on through, Salakia, and enjoy this real brotherhood and sisterhood in person. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I want to say Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem and Shabaraka Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemai Thaba Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters.